Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the section B of CBSE sample paper for computer science. Now, question number 26. What is the output of the following code? T equal to 100, print T into 2. When I discussed this question in my class, most of the students they opted for answer this. But this is wrong. The correct answer is 200. Now you might be thinking, why is it so? Okay, because T is a tuple, and when a tuple is multiplied by a number, then it should replicate. Okay, now the problem here is that T is equal to parenthesis 100. This will be converted automatically to integer because for having a single element in a tuple, it should have been written like 100, comma. Okay, if this comma is not present, then in that case it will not be considered as a tuple. It will be considered as an integer only. Okay, so T is actually in this case 100. So 100 divided by 2 is, 100 multiplied by 2 is 200. Let us go to the next question. The content of my file is this. What is the output of the following code? So my file equal to open myfile.txt, data equal to myfile.readlines, print len data, myfile.close. Now, we have been given here read lines. What read lines will do? Read lines will read the entire file and it will store in the form of a list of strings. Okay, where each string is one line. So what is data? Data is a list. Okay, and you have to print the length. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is 4. Question number 28. Identify the output of following Python statements. Now here X is a nested list and Y is an element of that nested list. Now we have to identify which element is it. Okay. So now here the X can be represented as a matrix, okay, with the element 10, 11, 12. This point 0 I am not writing for the sake of simplicity. Now, okay, X can be represented like this. Okay, now here is rows, row number 0, row number 1, and here are the columns, column number 0, column number 1, column number 2. Now the question says x1, 2 means this is the row index, 1 is the row index and 2 is the column index. That means in first row element with the index 2. So we can see the first row means in this row, okay, and this column. So our element is 15. That is why the answer should be 15.0. Now question number 29. Identify the output of the following Python statements. X equal to 2, while x is less than 9, print x with end equal to a blank string. Okay. Then x equal to x plus 1. Right. Now, starting value of x is 2. Therefore, option number 1, option number 2. These are ruled out. Okay. The loop runs till x equal to 8. And the update statement is coming after print. Therefore, 9 cannot be printed. So, therefore, C is the correct answer. Now, identify the output of the following Python statements. B equal to 1 for A in range 1, comma 10, comma 2. So, the values of A will be 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay. These are the values of A. Initially B equal to 1. So B equal to 1 plus A plus 2. So in the first iteration B becomes 4. Okay. Then in the next iteration when A is 3. So it becomes 4 plus 3 plus 2. That is 9. When it is 5, then it becomes 5. Sorry. 9 plus 5 plus 2, 16. Again, when it is 7, so B becomes 16 plus 7 plus 2, that is 25. And when finally it becomes 9, so it is 25 plus 9 plus 2, that is equal to 36. So the correct answer is C, 36. Next question. Identify the output of the following Python statement. So initially the list is 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30. The indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now insert 3, 4 means at third location we have to insert the value 4. So this is the third location. Here this value 4 has to be inserted. So the new list will be 10, 15, 20, 4, 25 and 30. So earlier there was no this, now here is 5. Okay. Now then 2, 3 means at second location we have to insert 3. So now it becomes 10, 15, 3, 20. Okay. 4, 25 30. Right? Now LST minus 5. That means we have to count from the backward. So this is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So the output is B, that is 3. Right? Question number 32. Raghav is trying to write a tuple tup1 equal to this on a binary file. Consider the following code, identify the missing statement. So missing statement is obviously pickle.dump. Okay. And when it is pickle.dump, then in this case, it is like syntax is like dump data, comma, file object. Okay. So here data is tup1 and file object is my file. The answer is B. Let us see question number 33 now. A binary file employee.dat has the following data. Then the function is given with a blank statement. And it is said when the above mentioned function display is executed, the output displayed is this. Now, we shall analyze this code and then find out what is going on here. File is opened, a variable total sum is initialized as 0. Now, one by this data is loaded. If R0 equal to E number, that is the number is E number is passed. If it is this, then something should happen. One statement will come. Okay. And then total sum equal to, right? This should be there. Okay. Well, in this question, actually, there has to be an indentation error. Okay. Right. Because if this condition is satisfied, suppose this condition is satisfied, then this block should execute. Okay. Right. So basically what should happen, this statement should start from here. Then only this program will make some sense. Otherwise it is not going to make any sense. Right? And if we check all these values, so we will see that if we omit the value 3000, this 30,000, if we omit this value 30,000 and take the sum of all the others, then it is coming 19,000. Okay. So then obviously here continue has to come because jump is no statement here. Okay. Right. Then if we break or return, then the function will not be executed further and we cannot have total sum equal to 190,000. Okay. So it has to be continue. Right. Next question. What will be the output of the following Python code? Def add num1 num2 sum equal to num1 plus num2. Now please note that only these two lines are the function. Okay. This line is outside the function. All right. These two lines are outside the function. The sum here is a local variable to the function add. Okay. Now we can see that the function add has only a variable sum which takes the sum of these two values. There is no return value, nothing. So if a function does not have a return value and it is assigned like this, okay, then the default return value, that is none, okay, will be specified to sum. Okay, that means after the execution of this statement, because the function does not return anything, we say the function returns none. So add function will return none, and in that case, what will happen? Sum will get the value none. So when it is the time to print sum, the value printed will be none. Next question. Evaluate the following expression and identify the correct answer. Okay. So this you can very easily evaluate. The answer is 18. Now, how? So, first of all, what you need to do is you need to solve it, okay, by using the operator hierarchy. So, in the first step, you can write it as 16 minus 4 plus 2, that is 6, multiplied by 5, plus 2 raised to the power 3, that is 8, into 4. In the next step, it will be 16 minus 15 6 are 30, plus 30. Answer is 18. Okay. Next question. What will be the output of the following code? Def myfunc equal to var1 is 100, var2 is 200. These are the default values. Okay. Now, here what is happening? Print myfunc 50, comma myfunc. So, first of all, we will see myfunc 50. So, what will happen? Only one value is being given, right? Var1 becomes 50, var1 will be 50, whereas var2 will be 200. Then var1 plus equal to 10, so var1 will become 60. var2 equal to var2 minus 10, it will become 190. Okay. Then return var1 plus var2. So sum of these two, that is 250, will be returned. Okay. Then myfunc. So var1 is 100 and var2 is 200. Var1 100 and var2 200. So with the help of this statement, var1 plus equal to 10, it will become 110. var2 minus 10, it will become 190. Okay. And return var1 plus var2. So the sum of these two is 300. Okay. So first value 250 and the second value 300. This will be the answer. So we can see the option is D. Is it clear to all? Next. Again, what will be the output of this code? Value equal to 50, def display n, global value equal to 25. If n mod 7 equal to 0, value equal to value plus n, or value equal to value minus n. Print value comma and equal to hash. Display 20. So in this function n equal to 20 and global value, so value is taken, value is 50, this value is referred, value equal to 25, so this value becomes now 25. Okay, then if n mod 7, now n, how much is the n? N is 20, value is 25. Okay, now with for this statement n mod 7 equal to 0, we can see that 20 is not a divisible, not a multiple of 7. So this statement will be executed, value equal to value minus n. So value equal to value, that is 25, minus n, that is 5. So value becomes 5. Okay. Now the execution starts from here. Okay. Print value. Inside after the function call, the value is changed to 5. But before that one, it is having its own value, original value, that is 50. So before the function call, the value of value is 50, and after the function call, the value of value is 5. So the answer is B, 50 hash 5. Question number 38. What will be the output of the following code? Okay, import random, list equal to Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata. For y in range 4, x equal to random dot rand int 1 comma 3, print list x comma and equal to hash. Now for y in range 4 means this program will run this loop will run 4 times. Okay, so 1 2 3 4, all options are having 4 entries. Random rand int 1 3 will return values either 1 2 or 3. Any of these three values will be okay. So we can see 0 is not there, that means Delhi cannot come. Okay, in any option Delhi cannot come, right? So that is why this option is ruled out, this option is also. Now see, change well. Now here this is the function. Okay, L equal to this, change well L comma 4. For I in L, print I. Okay, now one thing we should recall, that L is a list, and whenever a list is passed as a parameter to a function, then whatever the changes are made in that function to that list will be permanent. That is, it will be visible outside also. Okay. So now M is L. For I in range 4, N is 4. If Mi mod 5 equal 0, Mi equal to floor 5. Okay, floor division by 5. If Mi divisible by 3 also, then Mi floor division 3. Okay, so basically what we are seeing here, okay, if a number is divisible by 5, right? Divided by 5. If it is divided by 3, divided by 3. And you can see there is no else in between. So if a number is divisible by both 5 and 3, then divided by both 5 and 3. Okay. So effectively, our list will become now 5, 8, 5, 4. The list will become 5, comma 8, comma 5, comma 4. Okay. So that is why the answer is B. Right. Now, the last question for the day, question number 40, remaining 15 questions we will see in the next part. Suppose the content of file is this, what will be the output of the following code? Now here what is done? Okay, file is opened, entire file is read as well as it is splitted. Okay, we know what the split function will do to the string. The split function, it will create a list of words. Okay, print the length and then finally close. So what we can do, we can count the number of words. Okay, in this text we find that it is 26. So the correct answer is 26. Okay. So as I told, we are going to see up to question number 40 now. Okay. Remaining questions 41 to 55 we will be seeing in the next part. Till then, thank you.